Here, we're out. We just started the fishing.
Yeah, we should take your pole, because I got one. No, missed it.
So we're starting fishing right now, and we got the camera along to try it a little bit.
I had a 10-pounder on.
Oh, already. We've been out here 5 minutes, so we're going to go fishing and see what happens. Rick started the first epidemic right here.
I got more of these stinger jigs.
Yeah, but the way you guys are doing your feeding them.
Little cigar.
Let's see it, Rick. You get it on that darn camera here.
Oh, jeez.
Hiding around the corner. Oh, well. Bill got one. A crappie.
Yeah, that's a big one, walleye.
They want to hold it so you can see anything. I'm trying to run the motor and get this. Okay, now we got it a little bit.
Oh boy, you get, look at that.
Oh no. Look at that Bill got here. Bill got one here, if it's jerky. I'm trying to get my line out of the way.
I sent that drag up. Yeah, a little more.
I think he got my line, but main thing. Fish, I think I had it on record when we were trying to get it. We got a little line tanglement, but that's a little chunk. Now we're just fishing for a bit. We've been losing one here and there. They want to film any of the fish I catch. I had it, but they want filming. I'm sitting here, got to do all the work, run the motor, try to catch all the fish, and they won't even film mine. But now we're kind of just resting. Ready for coffee, I think, pretty quick. Oh, no.
You got a picture of him?
Yes, hold that thing up.
Ah, there we go. Whoa!
Oh, I guess Mark's got one. Kind of bouncing.
Not quite 10 pounds.
That's it, Mark. Okay, videotape. I got to do this myself. And try to catch fish. There. See him?
Yeah,
this is it. Nobody will use the video camera, and I got to try to do this because I catch so many more fish. This is a dandy.
You want to show them the size of
go on here. Small one, but we're going to save it for eating. He's digging in there.
I just had a bite.
I hear a beautiful motor behind me just churning up everything. What do you got there, Mark? Hold her up. Hey, that ain't too bad. That's going to be good eating. You're all right. 5 feet of water. You hear this beautiful noise over here? This is what's going on.
Oh, keeper.
Yeah, that's a keeper. What's Rick got down there? The time out here, I'm trying to guide and do all this stuff, and he let all the big ones go. I did hear I was going to get this big one, and I snagged him. Right on the side of the head. And fight. This is a big one. He's got big scales. Oh, no.
Bring him up here. Show us what you got now.
Oh, no.
Tell us all about it. How did you hook that?
I gilled him. Hey. That's exactly. Look at that goldfish. Now, how would a muskie take that?
Now I'm going to go back fishing. There he comes. Caught quite a few, ain't I? I probably caught 25.
There's one nice big walleye coming. Isn't that a dandy? Huh? Boy, oh boy, that's a dandy.
That must be the one that I had on.
Hey, hey. We threw all our fish away, and now we got to keep some to eat. They come out of the pan. What do you got there, Rick? Hold it up once, and then I'm going to go back to fishing. I got water on the lens. I got to watch the boats. There it is. It's another eater. Some action here. What in the world?
Is it?
Oh, well. Little splashy here. Just, you know, no, I knocked this thing off. You just wind it, just got to take your time.
I ain't taking no time. Did you get any of it?
A little bit of it, anyhow. With Bill Collin, I didn't get it on here, and I don't know where the boat's going, but just hold that. Hold it up when you get a shot. When you gonna be some plays there. We lost about, I think, 5 or 6 or 7 went out of our live box, so I don't know what it is.
What are you looking at, Mark? I got a little one.
You got a little one? I got a double header anyhow.
Oh, it's still in the middle bar in the worm tail. He didn't get hurt.
Look at
What'd
the
you
black
get, Mark?
bullhead he got there.
Oh, I had a walleye at least.
What do you got?
It's gone. It was a walleye.
Oh.
Keeper anyhow. You got the motor running yet? Try turning the motor to
The wrong way?
I guess it's alright. Yeah, I got it alright.
This looks bad in the movie. We had to.
You better set your drag up. Well, I wanted Dick to get the camera.
Oh. Ain't a lot of. It's pretty windy and wavy out here. We'll try to get it. Ooh, I'm telling you, just like winter. It's gonna jump around a bit, but Mark's really fighting here. There we go. About 3 ounces, but that's still a fish. Don't let them make fun of you. They all want one like that.
Did you see the one that I had that got
But believe it or not, we had 4 on at one time out here. We had 4 on at one time almost here, but within about a minute each other. You want to keep it or throw it? I'll eat it. What do we got? 9 little walleyes there, Mark?
Yeah, 9, yeah.
Yeah, we lost, I don't know, quite a few and threw a lot back, so we had a pretty good day. Come in after about 3 hours this morning and they all got out of the container, the stringer, so we had to go out again at noon, and it's about 3 o'clock now, so now we're going to clean them, and that's about it. We had a pretty good opener. Pretty cool out there, but so
Cool.
Cool. But anyhow, we had 4 guys in a tub and a windy day. We did pretty good. Just getting a piece of furniture we just got done doing. You're on camera. Anything you want to tell your other senior friends on the bus or anything when they ask? They all have.
Well, I just feel I'm doing good, I guess.
She says she's doing good, and she is. Tell your other senior friends on the bus or anything when they ask? They all have.
Well, I just feel I'm doing good, I guess.
She says she's doing good, and she is. She was shopping, and she's got a...
I don't have to get too close up.
I can't go too close up. You had a better haircut than I got. But now smile. There, now we got it. And this is the second operation. This one was quite a bit different. They had a kind of a dye that they could tell when they removed it. They got it all but the roots, and we'll see how the outcome is. And she's just suffering in this sun under this conditions, you know. It's kind of a side view. Got some mountains in the background. We got all the birds making noise. There's the porch that I can say that I don't blame her for not wanting to come back to Minnesota. I don't know why. Pretty good view over here too. So that's the situation. How is she doing? She's doing excellent. She was the second one in the United States that ever had this type of operation with this special dye. So it's was used, I think, in Germany once. So it's experimental, and it seems to be going good. They got everything, so that's the main thing. Sometimes you just go ahead and you take and I had a winter coat on this morning, and now all of a sudden it's so warm that Geraldine's like barefoot, and that's how is she doing, as you can see. My daughter's been planting all this cactus. It's almost 2 acres, and it comes around here. I watered all these this morning. Just thought I'd get some of the cactus and what's going on. Yeah, it's just no green grass or no pretty white snow, so this is what's going on. The sun is so bright here that I'm trying to shoot this and I can hardly see the picture to record this. We did get a dish set up here so she could watch the Western movies and that she likes so much, so now it's finally a dish. You can't even get local reception here with an aerial with the mountains around it, so that's what she's set up pretty good for recovering, and she's probably going to spend the whole winter here, which is all right. I don't blame her. Yeah, look at the bare feet. Wow. Yeah, this is Susie's place. I'm part of Geraldine's, I guess, now, so that just gives you an idea in the kitchen and how she's got it decorated. I'm trying to walk slow, but I'll jiggle around and kind of her antique and pictures and pottery, and I just kind of walking you through. You don't supposed to walk and record. This is Steve's room and Bradley's. So that's what we got here. Got the bathroom in here, just off Geraldine's room. We just picked up this hospital bed. She really likes it, so. That's Geraldine's room. Trying to get this thing off record. I'll walk you through back here. There's Bradley, my grandson, 13 years old. He's all fixed up watching. He's waving. That's nice of him. And walking you through the place. This is Susie's room coming up. It's quite nice. And we got my fat kitty cat. Who's the big kitty cat? Hey, you big fat cat. Oh, look at that big eyes. You lazy kitty cat. Oh, yes. There's a good guy in the mirror back there. Takes up the whole thing. That's by the master bedroom. And I'll give you an idea how everything is. Whoops, a little fast. Okay, well that should do it. And Geraldine's doing excellent, but they got everything too when they checked it out. But the roots they can't get, but the last time there was a ring around where they couldn't get it all, and this time with that special dye or the special way they did it, they got it all. So she was in bad shape at one time. The tumor come right back there, real bad pressure. But they got it all out, so she should have a little more time. Pulling that load down into the lake. Well, you see all the competition they got out here. Yeah, wind's blowing though, it's kind of cool. Thought I'd show it on the way out, what it looks like. Yeah, in relationship, I always say the water tower. Well, we're about 3 blocks away from it. And give you an idea then where we're at. I always say we're close to the water tower. It's on 11th Ave. That's our fish house out there, the yellow one. One more shot, and then I'm going to start walking. My hands are getting cold. Damn wind's still blowing. There's one point out here, it's a big sandbar. And we're right at the point of that, so that's where I'm heading. One fish house out here, the walleye seem to cut across here to the big sand point. Right up here it's all rocks on the bottom, and on the way. Yeah, that wind's blowing 20 degrees, but it's still. Well, I had to stop this skid, but give you an idea of the shoreline and what's happening. We're going to put some cardboard around the bottom of the fish house there because I got it blocked up a ways. It flooded once and it froze, so. So we're pretty much by our loan cells out here anyhow. This isn't an ideal place for crappies, it's better walleyes, but we can get our share of crappies. Where that little fish house is, that's where our place is. And there's our nice little path. Now we're getting ready to fish now. What we got is rattle reels in the corners, so. That's where we got all our battery supply and everything, so. These are set pretty light, so. Now we'll just have to sit and wait for some. We brought the fish out. We're going to have a fish fry from last night. We had real good luck. And so that's what the next thing is, to sit and hope we get some. Oh, I don't know what I got here. Crappie on a walleye setup. Have some fish and the darn crappies are coming through. Not big, but they're not small. They're make nice fillets, and I'm catching them on basically a walleye setup almost. So we're gonna fry up some fish pretty soon, but. Down here about 10 minutes, and second crappie and on a walleye setup, the same one, so I don't know. I got a little smaller minnow on it, but I got a couple crappie setups over here with a rattle reel. With a rattle reel, it's pretty hard to catch crappies, they claim, and it usually is, but. So that's what we're going to do now. Ah, darn, I thought that was the big one. It's a northern. Tangled up the lines. We're having nothing, but we can't fry up the fish. Ouch, you dirty son of a gun. Don't you bite me. Crappies are biting. I'm going to leave half the lines up and forget about them now. That's what you call a mess. Just open that mouth. Now we got rid of that little northern, but this is what happens half the time you get out here, and this is the kind of messes you get. So we'll get this set up, and you can see she's starting to try to fry. She's going to fry some fish, so just get the line fixed up and got a run going here, and still ain't ate yet. And let's see. Thought that northern was a walleye. Darn it. Come back up again. Wind up some of this. Still hanging around though. That was a bigger minnow too. That's.
She took a sip, which was careless. And he asked her, well, actually he said, you know, you're a big girl now, you're 16, let's chug it.
Well, we kind of getting a lot of crappie bites. You should be jigging them and But what we're gonna do is just try to go with the bigger minnows and basically just go after walleyes, because I'm sure we can get a lot of crappies. They're good too, but we'll sit out here and watch the tube. I've been out here probably a half hour now, and we pulled this one line out completely. Because with the stove there and that, it's just getting some bites, and they've had other bites and lost them. It's really a lot of action. And I'm hungry. How does that look? Got another line here. This thing wouldn't take it. I thought it was on the crappie setup. Little baby walleye, but I'm telling you, this is make nice musky bait, so let them go. What we're having is a bunch of crappies coming through, bothering our walleye minnows a lot, so I don't know. It's really a lot of crappies around tonight.
Proceeds must now be shared between the sexes, as well as that already scarce
I don't know.
ice time.
Over here.
The state mandates 15% of the ice time go to girls this year. That already has the boys grumbling. But the battle over ice time is just beginning. The state legislature has mandated that within 2 years, ice time be split 50-50 between boys and girls.
We just have to look at being smarter about how we use ice.
That one right over here a little bit ago.
Using the ice differently. Maybe going outside more often too. Tomorrow we play at 8 a.m. and we need to be sharp when we get out there.
Despite a lack of female role models like Sherman, these girls seem to have no trouble finding inspiration.
I pretty much look up to my younger brother. He's a lot better hockey player than I am. He teaches me a lot. My grandpa played and learned a lot from Emily and my dad.
And although these girls themselves are pioneers, Sherman says the significance of what they're doing is fortunately lost on them. They're just having fun.
Just crappies.
Are getting a great value on a new truck. One, ask a lot of questions. The other is knowing where to get the answers you like.
And Thomaston. Special prices.
A little bit better.
Dining room, bedrooms, and all other furniture. Riotously low prices with no warning after blues. Schneiderman's annual New Year's sale through Monday.
A little bit better, but no walleyes. Crappie.
Now this device is called the face machine. It electrically stimulates the muscles under the skin. Now the theory is, by building up those underlying muscles, you smooth out wrinkles. On the left,
Can't get any walleyes,
so here you see the
guess we're gonna have to eat crappies.
women say that they use
Yeah, now we got the lights off in the fish house. What we usually go by is the rattle reels when they make the noise. And TV, and that gives it off a little bit of light, so we sit back here, and that's what we're doing now, is waiting for a walleye. I don't know, both, and 2 of them going, now some rattle reels, turn on the light.
Korean staged this picture one day after the crew's capture. Almost 27 years later, Kell sees them using the same tactic.
It's the same MO with the raised hands in the picture, and then all of a sudden now the letter, the confession, so to speak, that of course was not voluntary.
Paul's helicopter crossed the
Bradley of Glens Falls, New York. 1994 was the year he was saved from failing kidneys.
That's more like it.
My life has been the last year.
Just to show you, there is a few big crappies in here.
Teresa
Anyhow,
Carol
that's nice.
Vella, suffering from a failing heart, was also saved.
My life.
Funny, they're always the silver.
My life.
And Betty Janko of Dallas, the third member of this unlikely trio, could barely walk down a flight of stairs.
It just
The silver colored ones that always are better.
Jerry Bradley, Teresa Caravella, and Betty Janko have all been given a second.
great during Cosmic Ward's year-end sale. No matter how far away you live, it'll be worth the trip to year-end clearance prices through Monday, January 2nd. At Townsley Ford, you're quite there.
You realize Marcus said Vikings beat the Bears 6 times in a row.
little devil. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We're just going now. We're setting up a couple jig sticks in here. It's gonna get a mess of crappies. That's about it. A jig stick makes it a lot easier, I'm telling you. That's a nice little chunk. I'm gonna have to get the jig stick over on this side too. Switch with Geraldine, I'll be getting her, but they're moving the cork is about it, and got a jig for them a little bit. What did you get? Let's see it. Okay. Just so that you can get some.
Well, anyway, there it is.
All right. Trying to catch Geraldine catching one right on the slot.
Untangled mine too.
Just keep it steady, Paul. Okay. I gotta get something fixed here where this rattle reels don't work. I'm gonna leave it out and then I'm gonna put on just a regular, turn off the television. Where my hand?
I got it.
That makes nice eating. Oh, what we did, it just got one stick down for crappies. That's all you can tend, and as long as we got the camera out here, we'll still be able to get our 30. The middle was pretty dead, but oh gosh. Yes. Nice one. Oh, there goes the middle. We haven't got any real big ones yet. This one, no, it's just medium size, I guess. We got some awful big silver, about 3 times as big in here. We ain't got one yet. That middle just fell off. Oh, yeah, run here.
Behind me at 3621 North Lawrence Lane. Plymouth police were called here about noon when a friend was worried after he couldn't get a hold of one of the occupants. When police were led inside, they found 2 bodies, a man and a woman. Plymouth police believe this is a case of murder-suicide, but they're really not telling us any more details, such as whether this was a husband and wife, a boyfriend and girlfriend, or the cause of death. We don't know if gunshots were involved or stabbings or anything. They do say, police say that there are unique bits of evidence that they don't want released in case that this could be something else other than a murder-suicide, but neighbors said they heard nothing. They heard gunshots, nothing like that. And as I said, police not releasing names or identity at this point, and neighbors said this is a very quiet area, and the sergeant in the Plymouth Police Department we spoke to couldn't recall the last murder they'd had here. Paul, back to you. All right, David, back to you.
In other news, Bloomington police are trying to solve a string of church burglaries. The latest happened last night. Someone busted in St. Michael's again.
Kevin is convinced the police officer was acting within the limits of the law.
Of Minneapolis. Do something a little bit wrong.
A little bit better, what?
Safety officers. Spit on them a little bit.
May God bless Richard Nixon. And may God bless the United States. Jackie was too young to be a widow in 1963 and too young to die now.
Joe's father says some blame lies with the machine itself.
When I found out that the tell 100 miles.
No big ones. Tell you, but
I have to ask myself,
come in numbers.
that lake is still only so far apart. There's not a snowmobile trail in the world that's still 400 miles.
Five times, he's got taken upon himself to shoot the ball and be aggressive offensively.
Obviously, right now, there is some concern about J.R. Ryder's off-court problems. What effect they'll have on the team.
Well, wildlife will let them go, but
the club has a chance to go 500.
something coming through. Ready? Yeah, I'm going to show you. This is a small crappie. Probably 8-inch crappie. The people say, well, how they're so hard to clean. I want to show you you can judge about how long it takes. They say, oh, it's so hard to clean. How do you ever get them? And what we're after is boneless fillets. You come here, you get right on the side of one fin. Now, don't cut any bones. You cut it right here. And then you come over on this side. Down here. Now, when you got on the back, you'll just hear the bones. Hear that? Don't cut the bones. Don't cut the bones. You get along the rib cage. Now, see right here? There's the ribs. You take it. You can take it out like that if you have to. But here's the ribs. That's what you don't want. Then you can go over Canadian style if you wanna. There is your boneless little fillet. The other side sometimes a little harder. You go on this side, right down here, get down by the tail, go all the way through, all the way off. And you open it up, just scrape along the bones. And like I say, this is the hardest part right here is these little rib bones. Now, if you can't cut the bones, you can take another way, is take your knife, and some will peel it off if you have a hard time trying to get around those rib bones. Boy, I tell you, I've seen them do that. I don't like that quite as good. Then you go through by the tail, and then you can take and hold it down and pull it off. Now that got all the rib bones out, but you see I left a little bit right here, Mark. Now then I'll throw this away, and I'm going to grab another one. Here's another little one. This is regular procedure. This is regular procedure. And right here. And then you come over here. Right there. And you go right along. I'm doing these with real old glasses. I just lost my glasses down the fish hole in the lake. So I got some old timers here. Used to be able to do this average in about 35 seconds a piece. Getting old now. How's that fillet? But that's how to fillet fish. Another one, and then we'll shut her off. You cut right along here, right along by the head, come right down here, and then everybody says you gotta have a good knife. That helps. This is just a Rapala. This, like I say, this is you'll see the bones, and you'll get so you can trim right along that rib cage. And nothing there at all. So that should do it. Saturday, come in and this shows what we got. We got one little walleye we kept. We got hooked pretty bad, and I lost one big walleye. Now I'm going back at the cleaning business again. And it's only about, what is it, 5:30, 6 o'clock? About now. Now, play this walleye. It's basically the same as the crappies, but there's a little trick in these too. Go down to the same way, but don't cut it off down here by the tail. Leave it there and then turn it over like I did the crappies. Go right down the center of the backbone. Now don't go all the way through the tail. And don't go Canadian style and cut all them rib bones. That dulls your knife, and you do the same thing here. You can just hear I'm just getting along by the rib bones. These things right here. Remember I said you can push them out. Now I got around the rib bones. You take it and you lay it over. You almost finished, but don't cut this off because you're skinning them. Then you have something to hang on to when you get the fillets. There you go. So just thought I'd show you what a walleye was like to fillet and what you do when you do it. Well, we just come back in after watching the Vikings lose, and we got one little walleye and I believe close to our 30 crappies again, and they were biting, not as good. They'd come through in little spurts, so we'll have to go to start cleaning again, and a lot of fillets here. Well, this is Monday night, work day tomorrow, and had the grandchildren out. Tonight we got 4 little walleyes and a whole scoot of fish cleaning again. But tomorrow's the work day in. Just want to show you what we did. Granddaughter, yeah, she just fell right down in the fish hole, didn't you? Huh? Tell us about it. What happened? You fell down in the fish hole and got all wet. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah, this is January 25th. We've had a dry spell of a couple of weeks without much fish. We haven't got a lot here, but we got one pretty good sized one in here, and we moved the fish house a little bit deeper water, just a few feet away, 75 feet away, and I'll show you the big one when I get it up here. Kind of a nice one, ain't it? Well,
Something that you know it's going to bite.
yeah, we're out here. It's walleye fishing's closing now tomorrow, and the season's almost over. Got to get the houses off in a couple weeks, but
6 weeks.
we're going to have a little fish fry tonight on this baby right here. We got one little crappie so far, but we got people moving in by our fish house, so we got to keep it all undercover. But caught this on light crappie line. My crappie minnow really had an awful fight, but see. A little bit more food than right here, ain't it? Now, we opened this fish, and there's a lot of people that fish walleyes, and when they fish walleyes, they fish within about 18 inches a foot off the bottom and all this. But if you get in some of these other lakes that you fish walleyes, a lot of times you're fishing 8, 10 feet off the bottom. People laugh when you say you're fishing 10 feet off the bottom. There's why. There's a crappie. Here's a crappie. I've seen them as high as 7 in them at one time on the floor right now. That thing is, I'm taking this out. There's 2, 3, there's 2 right here, 4, there's 5. 5 so far.
So don't be concerned if you're catching a few weeks.
I'm looking for caviar, and this is one, I hate to say it, about the biggest meal I ever caught in my life. It has to be in a 4.5 pound class. And it's a male, no caviar. Just thought I'd show this. It's really something, ain't it? Well, that one fish was about the biggest I ever seen for being a male, and so we're doing our thing out here. It's actually pretty warm in here. Got the door open part way. Watching a fishing film on TV. But what's so remarkable is that we got that big fish, about 8 feet off the bottom, suspended, fishing for crappies. So sometimes we have fished walleyes and got them that way quite a bit too. So, but the season's pretty much over. It's just the idea that the fish will go where the food is, and crappies like a thermocline about 3/4 of the way to the bottom, and the walleyes will follow them too later in the season. So that's about it.
Well, Dick just got a great big walleye out of this hole.
There you go, little guy.
I had to use the gaff hook to get him up.
This guy's a heavy.
Really a nice one.
My drag ain't working right. There he is. Oh, he's a nice one. Look at that.
Isn't that something?
Wow. Oh, get away. Oh.
Probably release fly for the night. One of the greatest things about fishing and traveling in the Quetico.
That's one thing nice about it.
Dinner right from underneath your canoe.
It's really
virtually any
too big for
night of the
eating.
week that you try. Right now,
what a fight.
River, in between the Poetry and the lake, deep in the Quetico, and tonight
we
want to have a feast of small
really nice one.
walleye.
Wonder how much he weighs.
Is going to go back because he was just a little too small.
Once I get that hook out of him,
my partner Jim and I
you know,
have
the
enjoyed this day
glasses, I tell you, I had to use a little gaff hook
had
along
some
the side. I didn't hurt it though.
We've paddled a few miles. We've seen some beautiful country, and this is one of our favorite spots.
He is.
Along the Poetry and Lake, deep in the Quetico. And all we try to do the last hour and a half is enjoy some of the warm sunshine, some of the fishing.
Well, we kind of come out here today just the last day of walleye fishing, so we said we was going to fish walleye.
This is truly a very unique area, and we are most fortunate to be part of it.
So we're using
Quetico Park is in our back doorstep from the town of Atikokan, and you can virtually go any day of the year when the ice is out, enjoy the quietness,
darn it, I just can't
and the
get this thing here.
Of catching your dinner.
I have
Have you been looking for a great family vacation idea?
Tell me that ain't a nice one.
Evil's Minnesota Voyager houseboats can make your dream vacation come true.
Over 24
Experience
inches.
the luxury of a 65-foot VIP as you explore
Probably
the beauty
8
of
pounds
Voyagers
or better.
National Park. Complete with penthouse, hot tub,
watch
swimming
this.
pool, 14, and best of all, you pilot it yourself. We also
See
furnish
that?
you with a skiff to try out the great fishing on Namakan and Camp
Bill,
Altima.
big female.
Now,
Watch
find
this.
out how Evil's Minnesota Voyager
Oh,
houseboats
God,
can
I didn't
make
want to
your
drop
dream
in the ice.
vacation come
Down the hole it goes.
Supreme Marine is Minnesota's champion boat dealer. Champion boats deliver high
Well,
performance
goodbye,
for bass
fish.
and walleye fishermen. Supreme Marine also sells.
Well, you can see that we have people around here once in a while, but we got kind of the spot all to our own. A lot of other good spots out here too, but I know that house here, they put it out here 2 weeks ago and they haven't been out here since. Well, we keep everything to ourselves pretty good, but it's still pretty good fishing. That big one, though, we had the advantage this time. We had 12-pound test line. I don't dare to use any lighter for bigger fish. And hand over hand method because we use rattle reels, but that would have been 8-pound test. It never would have made it. A couple times it didn't slide through my hands when he made it run. So I'll go back in, but this is the last day of walleye, so we thought we'd give her a shot. We just got done frying up a good batch of crappies that we had the other evening that we caught, and so we had enough. We had a nice meal out here. Rick should have been out here today, but I think he's out on Forest Lake getting some crappies. So I'll go back in and sit. If we happen to catch something pretty good, we'll put her on the video. Yeah, that looks big enough. That's
I'll take out
Rick.
A normal sized one here.
Yeah, Rick was out on Forest Lake, so but they got one big one there. Gee, that's a nice slab though. So he's over here, and he got a bunch of small ones that kept him. Let's just show you this beautiful slab. 2 hours of fishing. Go over there, just go drill a hole out there someplace, then put all the fish around it and see what they'd say. Not too bad. Works pretty good. Works all right.
Not too bad.
I just got another walleye.
Darn fins, I don't want to get that. This is a nice eating size. Set the hook in this one. Small, but that's what it's all about. Nice eating. What do you got?
Robbie.
Show the camera.
Oh, I didn't know you were.
I thought it might be a walleye. As long as I got the camera on anyhow.
I don't think you'd have gotten off.
Just little crop. Well, we just got in. I told Rick I'd clean some of the crappies he got on Forest Lake. We got a few walleyes and a few things to clean, but here's a little 8-inch Rapala fillet knife. And you can see by this one crappie that Rick got, that's the true size of it. That really is dandy, isn't it? So we're going to have a fish fry pretty soon. Well, I'm out on our balcony, and you can see the main fish house. We got it down here at the lake. So what we're doing now today is we're going out with our portable out on Forest Lake, and we're out there the other evening for an hour and a half, and we got about 15 crappies, edible size. So we're going to head out there again, but a portable house is a lot more work, and so this will probably be portable fishing for another month, and that's about it, and then we'll have to be going out in the boat. But from now on, it's a portable fish house or sit out on the ice on its own. Just come in the largemouth bass. I got in the sunfish. The largemouth ate 2 crappie minnows today. That's all I give him, but he's coming out of the water to get them, and looks like they'll bite today. Getting ready to go, but by the time you get everything there, and we haven't got it, you see there's a lot of stuff to take out in a portable fish house. That's a van seat. It's so darn comfortable. We got to put it in there. It was a little low, and I put 2x4s under it today. See if it's a little more comfortable. When you get old, you got to do things like this. Well, I think we're down here at the beach, right downtown Forest Lake. This is, we're going out here on number 1 lake and going over to number 2. I usually go a different way, but we got gas, and everybody was paying with checks, and you stood in line, and when you get fishing, it's bad. But this is #1 lake now, and it's a pretty good size lake. My daughter earlier this year, really a bad bump here. My daughter earlier this year got some crappies like that one Rick got out here, that pound to pound and a half size. So why Johnny would like it here. Look at all the pop cans out there. Oh man, they're all scattered all over. So we go across #1 lake, and then we'll go right into #2. I was showing a few people at work where to fish, so some of this film will go there. That's why I'm trying to show them different ways of going. This is more of a shallow lake right out here, this #1. A lot of times they hold the fishing contest right about where we are now, and what you'll find is 8 to 12 feet of water maximum. They get so many people out there, lucky any fish will bite at all. So I don't know #1 lake too good. Can't know everything on the lakes, but my daughter was going to take me out here to show me where the big crappies were, but we know where we can get a lot of crappies and maybe a big one here and there, and we're going to get them to eat anyhow. So. We'll be going into #2 lake pretty soon. It goes down to a narrows. Oh, we got a damn guy who wants to go a road, have all the road to himself right there. You got a road, you should stay to your right, but may as well go to the left. Right out here in the front of these narrows is a place for some bigger northerns. To the left over here is Christmas trees are all along this edge, just a parch. It's good for big northerns. Now we're entering lake #2. There's a third lake beyond here too we want to be going into. And what I do is come across out here, find an elm tree, big elm, and you look and there's a house there's a couple of them, but it's even one with 6 picture windows in. A lot of people don't fish here. And, try to get the spot. So I'm kind of angling in now, and that one house with the 6 picture window, it's got the hip roof style. That's where they cut off the top of the corners. Usually put something out here to mark it to get exactly, but this is only a second time out here this year, so it takes a little bit to find it. See the house with the 6 picture windows out here. Now I'm looking for that elm tree, and there's the elm tree. It's looking pretty good. So I gotta walk out and take a look and get the spot marked, but I marked it with a little flashlight, and boy, it's hard to see anything through this lens today. But right up on shore, that elm tree, and then you come around here, and right out by the point, there's a house on the end of the point. That camera kind of fluctuates. It's so darn cold I can't see anything. Maybe my glasses are steamed up. And the one with the picture windows here. And then your big water tank. I don't know, I'll have to come around this way in town. I'll line that up with the other shores. The elm tree is the most important thing in about 28 to 30 feet of water. So now I'm going to start digging holes. And just remember, the biggest elm tree out here, there's another one in the way. So water tower back here, and then the biggest elm out here. Gable ends, or whatever they call it up there on shore. A lot of people fish in there, and it's good crappie fishing too. This is just an area where they don't fish, period. But 2 feet of plus away. At least it started the auger. I think that's bad. Look at the stuff we gotta put in there. But once we get it set up, it'll be pretty nice. But it's still a lot of work. I got some dumb Swedes that I work with, or Norwegians. I think it's one EDM operator said the only way to go is portable fish house. That's the only way to fish. Hey, that big permanent fish house we had with the TV and that was one hell of a lot better. Well, one more hole to go. Probably might have to move the truck closer. You can see what this auger does. And got one more hole to go, and then once we get it set up, we forgot a shovel of all things today, but we'll use our boots. So next time we'll show you when we finally get it set up. You see all the stuff that's got to go in there. And that'll probably pretty much conclude the fishing film this year. I don't know what more we can put on it, except something in the boat. So.
Well, so we're on the inside. He's just getting the first line put in.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to set it up the way we're trying to get it set up, and get the lines in. And it's probably, I don't know what time you got, pushing 10 o'clock?
Yeah, 20 to 10.
Wow. You will not find a better example of a perfectly restored Victorian cottage anywhere in the United States than this one. Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain.
Very seldom you get these lines in without getting a fish. It seems like the only time they want to bite when you don't want them to bite. But,
Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn were both to have been written up in the billiards room on the third floor.
Like I say, I can't get the lines in.
A little bit of trouble pigeonholing the style of the building. Well, it's stick style, all right. And that is evident by this.
Well, small but edible, and we're going for more. Leave the cement on. Now you got one line. Never fails, but I'm not. Oh, what?
Not just ordinary brick, but
Geraldine's putting one line in. Hers is gone. And by God, they really are. I bet you if I watch this long enough, that'll go.
in fact, the grape plant at over yard.
Yeah, just they seem to really be biting. We got two in about a minute and a half. On the other one, on the other side. You got to drop it and get over on the other side.
I haven't got the bobber down.
Located right off